Coming up on Here is VOD, Angry Birds isn't just a game anymore, but did the transition to Hollywood pan out?
Werner Herzog is out with a new documentary. What's it about? Does it matter? It's by Werner Herzog. VOD starts right now. Hello there, and welcome to another episode of Here is VOD. I'm Daniel Feingold.
And I'm Haley Wilgus. We're here to give you the scoop on the latest movies available on demand.
And we do this by looking at the trailers, reviews, and even by using our own patented rating system.
Not really sure it's patented.
Patent pending. We'll go with that.
We'll get back to you on that one. But in the meantime, let's get to our very first film. This is, we're going to start off with a bang this week, Love and Friendship. It's a great one. Kate Beckinsale stars in this humorous adaptation of a Jane Austen novella.
She plays a dreadfully self-involved widow looking for a couple of husbands, one for her daughter and one for herself.
Seems Lady Susan will finally visit.
Lady Susan Vernon.
That woman's a fiend.
Congratulations on being about to receive the most accomplished flirt in all England.
Excuse me for arriving this way. What a delightful family pose. Mrs. Cross has come with me as my companion to pack and unpack. And as there's a friendship involved, I'm sure the paying of wages would be offensive to us both. My brother-in-law is very rich. In one's plight, they say, is one's opportunity. Sir James Martin, vastly rich, rather simple.
How jolly. Tiny green balls. What are they called?
Peas.
If my daughter were not the greatest simpleton on earth, she'd be engaged to him now.
But, Mama, I can see Sir James is a kind man, but marriage is for one's whole life.
Not in my experience.
May I present Lady Susan?
Delighted to make your acquaintance.
He's handsome, isn't he? In a calf-like way.
Mannering's in town.
Have you seen my husband?
Horrid woman. Deranged. But if she were going to be jealous, she should not have married such a charming man.
Does this woman always get her way?
She has an uncanny understanding of men's natures.
I can't help fear that Lady Susan Vernon would destroy every comfort of our lives.
With pleasure. How ungentlemanly.
I'm enjoying Sir James's visit to Churchill.
Churchill, that's how you say it, all together like that. I'd heard church and hill, but couldn't find either. All I could see was this big house.
You promised that you would give up all contact with this woman.
What a mistake you made marrying him. Too old to be governable, too young to die.
Lady Susan?
How dare you address me, sir? Be gone, or I will have you whipped.
Outrageous. Have you never met him?
No, I know him well. I would never speak to a stranger like that.
Critics loved Love and Friendship, which has some dry British wit to spare and a fantastic performance from Beckinsale.
Yeah, fantastic in the sense that she's so frustrating in a good way. Lady Susan is not the most pleasant, even when it comes to talking about her own daughter.
Congratulate me, my dear. Frederica's aunt and uncle have taken her back to Churchill.
I thought you'd grown to enjoy Frederica's company so.
Comparatively. A bit. But I'm not so self-indulgent as to want to wallow in the companionship of a child.
Lass, I fear this is our last meeting, at least while Mr. Johnson is in life. His business at Hartford has become extensive. If I continue to see you, he vows to settle in Connecticut forever.
Oh, you could be scalped.
And she is such a joy to watch in this movie. Like I said, it's frustrating to watch her, but in a good way that
Because she does the character so well.
Yeah, she does the character so well, and it's kind of a different role for her.
It is.
Yeah,
it definitely is.
Kate Beckinsale, you don't think of someone that you just
She's
hate
always
watching.
the good girl, the
Yeah.
romantic comedy sweetheart. So this is kind of a
great.
departure.
Yeah.
And as much as Beckinsale's performance here was adored, let's not forget to mention the rest of the cast. The Boston Globe thinks the performances are excellent across the board.
And the movie itself is just plain great. The Toronto Sun hits all the notes by describing it as quick, clever, delightful, funny, and entertaining.
Critics also credited the director with how well this was adapted from the Jane Austen novella into a film.
We said we'd be starting off on a strong note, and we meant it. Love and Friendship gets the perfect 5-star rating from us. You can find it on demand now. And now for a documentary from the little-known director Werner Herzog. It's called, lo and behold, Reveries of the Connected World.
This time, Herzog dives into a pretty universal subject, the internet.
This is the birthplace of the internet. Let's enter this very special place. That machine over there is the first piece of internet equipment. This is a military-hardened machine. It has a unique odor, and it was from here that the first message was sent. A revolution began.
The explosion of information technology on the internet has led to some of its greatest glories.
Could this team beat the real Brazilian football team?
That is the goal, to have a team of soccer-playing robots defeat the FIFA World Champion.
In the forest, we met a modern-day hermit.
I became very ill from wireless radiation signals. As soon as I heard there was a place with no cell towers, I was here in 48 hours.
The internet is a manifestation of evil itself.
Elon Musk, the founder of SpaceX, is pursuing how we would talk to colonies on Mars via the internet.
I mean, right now, we can't even get one person to Mars, so clearly...
I would come along. I wouldn't have a problem.
We're going to have a revolution in our definition of what it means to be human.
Will our children's children's children need the companionship of humans? Or will they have evolved in a world where that's not important?
You could essentially, in the not-too-distant future, tweet thoughts.
Will there ever be an artificial intelligent machine that makes movies? Absolutely, yes. Will it be quite as good as yours? No one can even come close.
Of course not.
Well, how about you ponder technology along with Herzog by ordering this movie on demand? It received mostly great reviews.
A few outliers were critical of Herzog. The Minneapolis Star-Tribune thought that the subject matter was a little too much even for him, while the New Republic worried that his part in the film gets a little bit annoying.
But the overwhelming majority thought the filmmaker was right on the money with his exploration of such a big, complicated topic. The Washington Post calls Lo and Behold both intriguing and important, while the Globe and Mail found it fascinating.
And The Guardian came away feeling that the documentary is mostly positive about technology, despite what the critic called horror stories featured in the film.
Well, another win for the great Werner Herzog. We're giving Lo and Behold 4 stars, and you can definitely see some of those horror stories in the trailer. But for the most part, this critics agreed this was still an enjoyable watch.
And technology, whether it's horror or something great to you, it's going to be around. So to look deeper as to how it affects us, it's always interesting.
Yes.
Well, from your phone to your TV, the Angry Birds movie is still ahead.
But coming up next, a movie you've likely never heard of, getting all kinds of rave reviews.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to save a life? Find out by donating platelets at Suncoast Blood Bank.
I'm Haley Wilgus, ABC7. Platelets aid in the clotting process and are vital in the treatment of cancer and surgical patients, trauma victims, and critically ill newborns. It's tough to keep enough on the shelves because they only last 5 days. To donate, call this number or visit scbb.org and you can help save a life.
ABC7 congratulates Suncoast Blood Bank on 65 years of serving our community.
A message from the Pulaski Law Firm. For decades, many Americans working in the trades were exposed to environmental hazards without their knowledge. While the dangers of one such airborne threat, asbestos, have long been known, efforts were made to hide the risks from the public. The result? Thousands of cases of asbestos-induced mesothelioma. Those in the trades may have been harmed by hundreds of companies who produced asbestos-laden products. The U.S. Bankruptcy Court has established asbestos trusts with $30 billion in initial funding. You may be entitled to financial compensation without ever going to court. If you or someone you know has been diagnosed with mesothelioma, get the best care available. Then call us.
Call 800-279-1837.
For nearly 2 decades, we've been fighting for those harmed by asbestos. Act now. Call for a free consultation and see how we can help. Mesothelioma. Don't fight it alone.
Welcome back. It's time for our featured film this week, Morris from America.
Drama, music, and some comedy are mixed into this coming-of-age story of a teen moving to Germany with his father.
What you say, Mary, your mother's an alcoholic.
Tell me you can't dance to that.
It's got no hook.
Go to your room. You grounded.
For what?
Because you like terrible music.
That was rhetorical, so no need to answer that. Nosebleeds unavoidable, so took your head back.
Donnerstag. Donnerstag, Freitag, Samstag, Sonntag. Wait, you need to practice your German with people your own age. I don't need friends. I'm gangster. I don't like it here. It's boring.
I know you might be still mad at me by bringing us here. One day, you lighting the hip-hop world on fire, collecting all your Source Awards, and thank me.
Source Awards? Is that as far as I get in your dream?
All right, you're right.
Can I get a Grammy or something? Yeah. Let me get some claps, y'all. Yeah.
Hey! Wie heißt du?
Morris.
I'm Catherine.
You make cute couple. I'm not gonna play how to crush a lot.
Catherine?
Hello.
Why you out here causing trouble?
I didn't do anything.
Start thinking with your brain and not your...
Hey, nobody speak, nobody get choked. Only facts, I will shoot up. Baby duck if it quacks with a Ruger.
Can you rap? Can I rap? Come on. I got sick flow. Get it.
I'm the best, screaming yes. What more can I say?
Love will make you do some stupid things.
Nobody speak, nobody get choked. Hey!
How'd you know it was a girl?
It's always a girl, Mo.
There's no rush to be old.
Nobody speak.
To be young, be you.
Give it up for Murray!
Nobody speak, nobody get choked.
Say here you wanted by the cops?
He's a gangster. Gangster rapper.
I'm not trying to keep you from experiencing anything.
So I'm not in trouble?
Oh, no. You grounded like a motherfucker.
Here to shoot another day.
We're really on a roll this week so far because Morris from America is another one that critics loved. Even in basically calling it unmemorable, the San Francisco Chronicle still thought it was a nice film.
But others described it as true-hearted, supremely gentle, infectiously sweet, and authentic. Craig Robinson and Marquise Christmas, the father and son duo in this film, both put in very strong performances here, especially when you consider this was Christmas's debut role, and Robinson is known more for comedy.
I do hate it here.
My man. I know. But check it. I know you don't want to hear this right now, but one day, when you lighten the hip-hop world on fire, it'll be because you have a unique perspective. And when you collecting all your Source Awards, you'll thank me.
Source Awards? Is that as far as I get in your dream?
All right, you're right.
Can I get a Grammy or something?
Nobel Prize, how about that? Thank me in that speech.
So we've got the family dynamic, the coming-of-age story, the love of music, a lot of good stuff going on here.
Morris from America, which is now available on demand, gets 4 stars from us. Very interesting story.
Yes.
A departure from anything we've probably seen before.
And it's tough doing a coming-of-age story, but this is more of an original, it's something different. Like you said, it's a different
original
take on that. It's not the cookie-cutter standard coming-of-age tale that we see so often.
I think that's what makes it good.
Yes, well, still to come, the first one had fruitful box office earnings, so why not just make another one?
But is the faith-based drama God's Not Dead 2 any good? That's coming up next.
So you've decided to go to college. That's cool. So pop quiz. Which is a better way to earn your degree? Commute to college and fill your gas tank, get stuck in traffic, drive in bad weather, try to find a parking space, walk a half-mile to class, or learn online at Independence University. You don't go to college. College goes to you. That's independence. That's Independence University. And all your supplies, including a brand new laptop and tablet, are included with tuition. Independence U for an independent you.
1-800-350-9872.
Using baby powder or talc may lead to ovarian cancer. $72 million was awarded in a recent talc lawsuit after lawyers found secret internal documents showing that the baby powder manufacturer knew about the link between talcum powder and ovarian cancer for decades, but never told the public. If you were diagnosed with ovarian cancer after using talcum powder on a regular basis, you may qualify for a cash award. Call 800-793-6621. 800-793-6621.
Attention, this is an important message for anyone who has taken Xarelto or Pradaxa. If you or a loved one took the blood thinner medication Xarelto or Pradaxa and was then hospitalized for internal bleeding, you may be entitled to significant compensation. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to serious, even fatal internal bleeding. If you suffered a stroke, heart attack, or serious internal bleeding, or if a loved one died after taking Xarelto or Pradaxa, call us now. Our network of attorneys have years of experience fighting the big pharmaceutical companies and is ready to fight for you. Potential claims are being reviewed for users of Xarelto or Pradaxa who have suffered severe bleeding or hemorrhaging, stroke, or even death. Our network of experienced attorneys is ready to fight for you. You won't pay a thing unless your case is settled. Call today for a free confidential consultation. Don't fight this alone.
Please call 800-928-6604. That is 800-928-6604.
Next up, God's Not Dead 2.
Melissa Joan Hart stars in this faith-based drama.
I hate what people like your clients stand for. We're going to prove once and for all that God is dead.
You're passionate about what you believe. I mean, let's face it, it's why you're in trouble in the first place.
A student asked a question about remarks allegedly made by Jesus, and your answer incorporated Scripture itself.
Yes. What were you thinking, Grace? I gave an honest answer to a student's legitimate question. I am not going to be afraid to say the name Jesus.
They're asking that you be fired, plus revocation of your teaching certificate. You're on your own.
So what's the good news?
I don't like to lose.
They've been dreaming of a case like this.
They want to make an example of you.
Their true motivation was to take an innocent question and turn it into an opportunity to preach.
The message of the gospel has us standing in the way of a lot of things that powerful people want. We're at war.
On the order in the matter of Thorley versus Wesley.
Mr. Kane will insist faith isn't on trial here, but that is exactly what is on trial.
If we grant Miss Wesley the right to violate the law, then our society will crumble.
The four gospels contain the actual words of Jesus.
You're looking to prove Jesus Christ existed? That's ridiculous.
If we're going to insist that a Christian's right to believe is subordinate to all other rights, then it's not a right. Somebody is always going to be offended.
God's not dead, he's surely alive! Come on! God's not dead, he's surely alive! He's living on the inside, roaring like a lion. God's not dead, he's surely alive. He's living on the inside, roaring like a lion.
Have you reached a decision?
I would rather stand with God and be judged by the world than stand with the world and be judged by God.
God's not dead, he's surely alive.
God bless you.
Careful, or you might end up on trial.
He's living on the inside.
Oh boy. Well, the first movie was made on a low budget but earned a lot of cash at the box office, and moviegoers generally seem to like it despite poor reviews. The sequel follows that same mold.
It would be easy for us to go through the reviews to detail just how panned this was. But if you're a fan of faith-based films and liked the first one, God's Not Dead 2 may be a perfectly fine choice for you.
But let's at least tell you that critics found this way too heavy-handed and preachy, laying on the religious stuff pretty strongly. The Guardian actually had something sort of nice to say. They think God's Not Dead 2 is a much better movie than God's Not Dead.
That's something.
Yeah, except they didn't really like the first one. So, yeah. But again, you're either looking for a movie like this or you're not at all, so it just depends.
But we're still going to give this movie just 1 out of 5 stars.
Well, now for another drama, Krisha is the story of, well, Krisha. She drops in on her family for Thanksgiving after being MIA for years.
And get this, past demons end up haunting the festivities.
Where have you been? What have you been doing?
I have tried to become a better human being.
There's a lot you missed. You've got a lot of fixing to do.
Are you mad at me?
Mm-mm.
For sure?
Mm-hmm.
But I just want to be close to you and make up for lost time. I have stayed away while I was healing myself.
You are a leaver. You are heartbreak incarnate. And if you think you can just pop in and pop out of people's lives like this, you are malinformed.
You don't know who I am. You don't know anything about what I'm here trying to do. What's going on with you? Chad totally hates me now. I'm not going back.
Prisha.
I've earned a right to be at this table. Did you lie to me? You look at me and tell me you love me.
Well, another film this week that obviously has that family dynamic, and you can feel that drama and tension just from the trailer.
Prisha has been widely praised for the effectiveness of that drama. The Los Angeles Times, in giving the film a positive review, calls it an emotional horror show. And the Chicago Tribune says when the emotions finally break loose, they carry some serious weight.
Entertainment Weekly hit on that same note regarding the pacing of the film and how there's a, quote, snowballing sense of impending doom.
Mostly positive reviews across the board for Prisha, so we will award it 4 stars. I think you could even feel that building in the trailer.
Yes, absolutely.
Not just the film.
That's a good trailer.
That is a good trailer.
When you can accomplish that. Well, games don't have the best track record when being adapted to movies or television.
But does the Angry Birds movie buck the trend? We'll let you know on the other side of the break.
Hi, I'm Dylan Radigan. The world is brimming with possibilities. And that keeps me busy. My latest invention may be able to feed and sustain communities around the world. My team and I are always on the go, meeting new people and seeing new places. I produce films that I really care about. It's an honor to speak to audiences around the world. When people come together, meaningful work gets done. How do I do all this? Well, that part's easy. Hotelplanner.com.
People ask me all the time, George, what do I do with my idea for a new product? I tell them, call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp has been providing patent referrals, preparing ideas, and submitting to companies for more than 30 years.
I believe every inventor deserves the opportunity to step into the ring and take their best shot. Put InventHelp in your corner.
For your free inventor's information, call 1-800-881-6805.
If you're one of the millions of Americans who are disabled and unable to work, I have an important message. You may be entitled to receive disability benefits through Social Security. You'll be matched up with an advocate who will evaluate your situation, handle your application, deal with Social Security for you, and handle all appeals and hearings. Best of all, there are no upfront fees, so you pay nothing until you receive your benefits.
Call the Citizens Disability Helpline today for a free, no-obligation consultation.
When you have credit card debt, the debt suckers, high rate and high pay, never leave you alone.
Debt is really sucking the life out of them. He's picking up the phone.
Oh, no, not consolidated credit.
With one call, they can lower their credit card rates.
And consolidate their bills into one low payment.
They'll pay off their debt in no time.
Call Consolidated Credit now.
Because debt sucks.
Call 800-201-0230. That's 800-201-0230. Call now.
Finally tonight, we have the Angry Birds movie. Haley, you probably have a higher score in the game than me, so I'll just pass this off to you.
Absolutely not. I cannot get into cell phone games.
Yeah, well,
everyone told me I'd become addicted to Angry Birds. It just didn't happen.
I'll pass it off to you anyway.
Okay. Well, trying to weave aspects of the game into the film, the storyline centers around Red, Chuck, and Bomb, 3 birds who take it upon themselves to look into what 3 piggies are doing visiting their island.
Ta-da! No. Happy Hatch Day to you. Happy Hatch Day, dear Timothy. Wheat allergy doesn't like clowns. Oh, boy. Happy Hatch Day to you.
That's me, Red. Ever since I was a kid, I never really fit in. No one understands me. Nice chatting with you.
There seems to be a recurring issue here. Anger.
I don't think I have an anger issue. I think you got an anger issue. Are you aware that that robe that you're wearing isn't fooling anybody?
Voila!
No! Oh my gosh.
Something's coming! What is that thing?
Greetings, from the world of the pig.
These pigs are mysterious and weird, am I right? I don't trust them. I think they're up to something.
Your opinion is not needed.
Beak, wing, giblets.
That went well, if you're me.
The pigs are stealing our eggs!
Set sail for Piggy Island.
You tried to tell us, but we didn't listen. What do we do now?
That is where they went. And so that is where we're going.
It's showtime!
Ugh. We're gonna get those eggs back. Come on, we're birds. We're descended from dinosaurs. We're not supposed to be nice.
Holy moly!
Yeah, point made. Time to get angry. Fire!
That guy again.
Take that poor bird!
Well, how about that? She can shoot fireballs out of her butt.
I told you not to mess with me! Call in the Piggy Air Force!
Hey, he's coming back. Did we win? Can we get an ice pack for Hal?
Medic!
The cast is definitely funny. Bill Hader, Jason Sudeikis, Josh Gad, and Maya Rudolph all lend their voices to the film. But is the movie actually funny?
The Boston Globe's review had an interesting comment about how the movie starts out kind of lowbrow, but gets to a point of absurdity that would make Mel Brooks love it. So Mel Brooks fans take note.
Okay, who would have thought? That may be a little bit of a stretch, though. Reviews were pretty hit and miss in terms of finding the Angry Birds movie funny, but some critics, like the Chicago Tribune, came away impressed that the movie, quote, proves to be more than just a gimmick.
And the Hollywood Reporter notes the Looney Tune-style gags.
Mel Brooks and Looney Tunes. Not too bad to be mentioned in the same breath, right, as those two, which is why it's so interesting that some reviewers had such opposite takes on the movie.
Regardless, we're going with 3 stars. The Angry Birds movie finds a way to be a pretty solid smartphone app adaptation, which in my book is an unlikely feat. So we have to give it a recommendation.
If you're giving 3 stars from a smartphone app to a movie, not too bad.
Yeah, exactly. Well, before we go, let's take a quick recap of what was a great week of selections. God's Not Dead 2 got only 1 star, but besides that, it was all good news from us. The Angry Birds movie got 3 stars.
And we had 3 movies with 4 stars. The Herzog documentary Lo and Behold, as well as Morris from America and Krisha. Plus, Love and Friendship received that perfect 5-star rating.
Not easy to do.
No. And of course, you can always visit our website, hereisvod.com, for more information on these films and to sign up for our free newsletter. We will email you our reviews every week. So until next week, I'm Haley Wilgus.
And I'm Daniel Feingold. Enjoy the movies.
On air, online, and on your mobile device. This hurricane season, turn to the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7. We're here for you.
Stop! Living with hair loss, that is. Losing your hair is no fun, and no one wants to be bald, but there is hope.
Getting my hair back was the best thing that ever happened to me.
I'm happy with the way I look now. I'm very excited about my hair.
I feel beautiful.
I love my hair.
Hair Club offers all proven hair loss solutions backed by our commitment to satisfaction guarantee. If you're not 100% satisfied with the solution you choose, Hair Club will apply the purchase price to another proven hair loss solution or transplant more hair at no charge.
That was the best thing I've ever done.
It looks good on me.
Call in the next 5 minutes to get your free brochure at no obligation. It will tell you everything you need to know about your hair loss problem, and it's free if you call now.
I am more pleased than what I had even imagined.
I at least look, I would say, 5 years younger.
I'm 52, and I look better now than I did when I was in my 40s.
I feel great.
And that's not all. The first 100 people who call will also receive $250 off any hair loss solution from Hair Club. Call now.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.